I'm gonna, witchy. Hey guys, it's Joe Tazewski. What's happening? Anyway, I want to do an update. I want to talk about something. Okay, so first I'll do the update here. I'm going to get into something. It has everything to do with the markets and silver and the forces beyond our eyes and everything and all. So here's our apple tree. And there's a little squirrel. He's a little son of a bitch, always getting in my garbage. But anyway, the apple tree's doing really good. The apples on this thing are getting pretty big. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, there they are. Yeah, they're starting to get big. That's cool. Can't wait. They were delicious last fall when we got in here. Just cleaned up the pool the other day. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. These are going to be the cantaloupes. Our sunflowers, huge. Still no heads on the sunflowers, but the potatoes are right here. And the potatoes did start getting little flowers, but I plucked them off because I was told that they'll produce fruit, and I don't want them to produce fruit, so I want them to produce bigger potatoes. Then we got our cucumbers, and they are starting to make vines. If you can see that vine right there. And these two back here are starting to get vines as well. It's really cool. I can't wait to see our lettuce. That's lettuce. I think it's kale. It's delicious. So you can rip pieces off of it, go wash it up, and it's absolutely delicious. These are our pumpkins, and they're starting to produce things. I'm not sure when they'll get the actual pumpkins and stuff, but they're starting to get the vines on them too. You see a little swirly in there. And these are our carrots. The carrots are huge. And that's pretty much that for now. I think we have onion and peppers growing over there, but they haven't produced anything yet. So, yeah, still. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about was, I guess reality again. My wife, she has this thing, everybody knows what a Ouija board is, and everybody makes fun of it, and they don't take it seriously. They think it's just some kind of silly game, and, or, some spooky evil thing, But that's not really what it is, It's, kind of like a direct connection to the other side, And, we've used it before, a long time ago when we first started dating, when we had our first child. It was kind of weird, I didn't believe it at first, but after a few times, things actually happened, and like the board said, and like here it was like I had lost the pieces to this camera, and I had to sell it. Somebody was on their way over for like $500, and I told her, I was like, ask the board, I was just seeing you joking, because the board seems to know so much and tell us about our future and stuff. And she said, the board said that the truck at the time. And I said, well, where? And it told me, like, right where, it was, like it's in the back right corner or whatever. And sure enough, I went back there, and there they were, And I mean, it was a pretty cluttered truck. You couldn't have known that. But we talked to the board a couple weeks ago, and, I'm going to sit down over here, and asked it about everything. And Cindy's been even skeptical about it, but I'm positive that it's a very accurate board, and it knows the future. And we've been given this great opportunity. Plus, with being able to have found Cliff Hyde's videos with his Webbot reports, those have actually coincided with the Ouija board reports that we're getting. So anyway, she can use the Ouija board without any help. It just kind of takes off on her when she puts her hands on it, and it just kind of goes, and she's not pushing it, and I can't work the board like she does, but she sure does. And the board told her that this summer late summer, I think it is, that silver was going to go up to $75 an ounce, and that there was going to be a rush into Bitcoin and things like that, and that Ether or Ethereum will eventually become $800 in Ether. I'm going to say that it's going to be true, because everything this board has said so far will, or has been true. But I'm going to get into the deeper aspects of what the board is and who we're talking to. And it may be a little freaky to some of you, but I don't know. We're all God's creatures, so keep an open mind. It said that they're going to cut off the food stamps. That they're going to cut off food stamps and disability, and that people are going to riot, and die, and it's going to be bad, and that we need to go to the mountains. And I don't know how many people are going to actually see this and believe it, but I'm sure enough, after all this happens, you will believe me, and you won't believe that we knew this shit beforehand. But anyway, there's a few other things, Okay, so the board, we asked, how and what everything was, and the board, who we're talking to on the board is an angel, a fallen angel named Samuel, or Samuel, and he's kind of like her guardian angel. He kind of watches over Cindy. But Cindy was apparently, or is apparently, a witch. She was bestowed these powers a long time ago, in a very long, long ago life. Back in the beginning, when the fallen first came and taught men and women these things of knowledge, taught them spells, and taught them weapon making and farming, and they also married women, and Cynthia was married to one of them in that life, and more than likely had produced a Nephilim child, which we all had heard about, the Nephilim, the giants that had walked the earth and were killed by the Great Flood and whatnot. Sure, just bred out of existence. But the bigger story is the board was able to name other fallen angels that were watching over us. One of them was Azazel, Azezel, Azazel, and there's another one that actually helps Cindy do all of her writing and inspires her. His name is Penemu, and you can look them up. It's they're all legit, and the board spelled them out. And I asked the board, "Can we Google these names and find information?" And they said yes, and I did. And yeah, sure enough, and it coincides with it. It was the fallen angel who, taught us to write and poetry and stuff like that. And it's crazy, but it's all true. When I want to get her to do a session with the Ouija board, and I want to record it on the YouTube and put it on YouTube so you guys could see as all this stuff is spelled out, and you don't think I'm just like a freaking loony. But she really has a special talent, and one day I'm gonna get her to record a video about this. But it said that we were going to be very, very wealthy in the future. Ironically enough, we drive a piece of shit man, and well, I mean, we have a nice little house here. I can't complain about that. This is the best in a long time. We have a very understanding and kind landlord as well. But yeah, so everybody's going to be cut off of food stamps and all that shit later this summer. And maybe early fall. I'm not sure, but yeah, there's a lot more to this reality than we think. There's really a war going on, that's beyond our sight. Good versus evil, and kind of God versus the devil. But I mean, really, I don't look at it as the devil. I don't know. I really think that I don't know. Everything's gonna happen, and there's beyond my control. I mean, like, it is what it is. You just gotta love everybody. Love each other, love yourself, enjoy life, the best you can. But yeah, expect big changes this summer. It's going up. Silver's going up. Gold's going up. Bitcoin's going up. And Ethereum is going to go through the fucking roof. So buy it while it's hot. I would also suggest watching the Webbot report, because the Webbot coincides with everything the Ouija board said. Now the Ouija board told us this information before we had found out the Webbot had said the information also. So we had actually found out a few weeks back, while playing the Ouija board for the first time in many years, about this. It said that the whole world is going to about to fall into freaking hell. So yeah, I hope you guys are ready and prepared. But we're about to see this all break down this summer, this late summer. Yep. Thanks for watching. Good knowing you. Keep watching. Subscribe. I'll make more videos as I know more information.